the history of architecture in New York. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking a fun journey through the history of architecture in New York City. From old brownstones to shiny skyscrapers, New York has it all. Let's dive in. Early beginnings. Our story begins in the 1600s when the Dutch first settled in New York, which was then called New Amsterdam. They built simple wooden houses with steep roofs, just like the ones they had in the Netherlands. One of the oldest buildings from this time is the Wyckoff House in Brooklyn, built in 1652. It's a small, charming farmhouse that shows us what early life was like. 19th century. As New York grew, so did its architecture. In the early 1800s, the Federal style became popular. These buildings were simple and elegant, like the Hamilton Grange, the home of Alexander Hamilton. Then, by mid-century, the Greek Revival style took over. These buildings were inspired by ancient Greek temples. The Astor Library, which is now the Public Theater, is a great example of this style. The Gilded Age. Late 1800s were known as the Gilded Age, a time of great wealth and big, fancy buildings. Wealthy families built grand mansions along Fifth Avenue. The Vanderbilt Mansion is one of the most famous. During this time, skyscrapers began to rise too. The Flatiron Building, completed in 1902, became one of the first and most iconic skyscrapers. Its unique triangular shape makes it stand out even today. Early 20th century. Moving into the early 1900s, Beaux-Arts architecture became popular. These buildings are detailed and grand, like the New York Public Library and Grand Central Terminal. Then, in the 1920s and 1930s, the Art Deco style took over. Art Deco buildings are known for their sleek, geometric designs. The Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building are two of the most famous examples. They are still some of the tallest buildings in New York and attract millions of visitors every year. Mid to late 20th century. After World War II, modernism became the trend. Modernist buildings have clean lines and simple forms. The United Nations headquarters, finished in 1952, is a prime example of this style. Another important modernist building is the Flatiron Building, completed in 1958. Its sleek design and use of glass and steel set the standard for modern office buildings. Contemporary architecture. Today, New York's skyline is still changing with new and innovative designs. The One World Trade Center, built after the 9/11 attacks, is a symbol of resilience and modern engineering. It's the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Other contemporary buildings, like the twisting 8 Spruce Street by Frank Gehry and the High Line Park, show how the city continues to evolve. The High Line is a unique park built on an old elevated railway line, offering a green space in the heart of the city. So, there you have it, a brief tour through the history of architecture in New York City. From Dutch settlers to modern skyscrapers, New York's buildings tell the story of its growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun and educational content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.